Have you ever felt weighed down? It's like you're carrying a backpack filled with rocks, each one a worry, a grudge, a mistake from the past. We all have. We cling to things, people, and outcomes, thinking that holding on tighter will give us control. But what if the opposite is true? What if true power, true peace, comes not from holding on, but from letting go? This isn't just some feel-good platitude. It's a profound truth at the heart of Stoic philosophy, an ancient wisdom that's more relevant today than ever. The Stoics, like Seneca, Epictetus, and the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, understood that most of our suffering doesn't come from what happens to us, but from our reactions to it, from our desperate grip on things we can't control. Imagine you're caught in a river. Your first instinct is to fight the current, to struggle against its power. You exhaust yourself, you panic, and you get nowhere. Now, what if you let go? What if you trusted the river, worked with the current instead of against it? You'd find your energy returning. You could navigate, steer yourself towards the shore, and maybe even enjoy the ride. Life is that river. Current is everything outside of our control. Other people's opinions, the traffic, the weather, the past. Fighting it is pointless. The Stoics teach us to focus only on what we can control: our thoughts, our judgments, and our actions. This is the famous dichotomy of control. Everything else, we must learn to let it go. What does it mean to let go in a practical, everyday sense? First, it means letting go of the past. We all have regrets. The what-ifs and if-onlys can play on a loop in our minds, stealing our present joy. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "Do not waste the rest of your time on nonsense about others. Why do you not rather act than complain?" He understood that replaying past mistakes is a form of self-inflicted torment. Letting go of the past isn't about forgetting, it's about accepting. It's about looking at what happened, learning the lesson it offered, and then closing that chapter. You cannot change what has been written, but you can start a new page, right here, right now. Forgive yourself. Forgive others not because they necessarily deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. Release it. Let the weight of that rock fall from your backpack. Next, we must let go of the need for external validation. In our hyper-connected world, we're constantly seeking approval. Likes, shares, comments, we've outsourced our self-worth to the whims of others. Stoic philosopher Epictetus warned, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This is radical. It means your value is inherent. It doesn't rise or fall based on someone else's opinion. Think about it. How much energy do you spend trying to impress people who probably aren't even paying that much attention? What if you redirected that energy inward? What if you focused on living by your own values, on being a person you respect? When you stop needing everyone to like you, funny thing happens. You become more authentically you, and ironically, more genuinely likable. You are free. You are no longer a puppet dancing on the strings of public opinion. This leads us to letting go of the outcome. We plan, we strive, we work hard for a specific result. We want the promotion, the perfect relationship, the flawless vacation. And when things don't go exactly as planned, we feel frustrated, disappointed, even defeated. The Stoics offer a different approach. Focus on the effort, not the outcome. Do your absolute best. Prepare diligently. Act with virtue and integrity. And then accept what happens. As Seneca put it, the fates guide the person who accepts them and drag along the person who resists them. This doesn't mean being passive. It means understanding that you can control your actions, but you cannot control the results. There are too many variables, too many external factors at play. Pour your heart into your work, but detach your happiness from whether you get the promotion. Be a loving partner, but don't tie your self-worth to the relationship's survival. Your job is to play your part to the best of your ability. The rest is not up to you. This is the art of amor fati, loving your fate. It's not just tolerating it, but embracing it as necessary and perfect, because it is what is. When you practice this, a profound shift occurs. The anxiety about the future begins to dissolve. Constant what-if scenarios quiet down. You find a calm confidence in knowing you are doing everything within your power, and you have the strength to handle whatever comes next. Finally, and perhaps most challenging, is letting go of our rigid expectations of life. We believe life should be fair, We believe good people shouldn't suffer. We believe things should be easy. But as Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is not a roadblock. It is the path itself. Every challenge is an opportunity to practice virtue, patience, courage, resilience, wisdom. When someone is rude to you, it's a chance to practice patience. When a project fails, it's a chance to practice resilience. When you face loss, it's a chance to practice courage. Life isn't happening asterisk to asterisk you. It's a training ground for your soul. Letting go of the expectation that life should be smooth allows you to find strength in the struggle. Stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" And start asking, "What can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger?" Everything changes when you make this switch. Suddenly you are no longer a victim of circumstance, but a student of life, an alchemist turning lead into gold. So how do we begin this practice? Start small. Notice today one thing you're clinging to. Is it a small grudge against a coworker? Is it anxiety about a presentation next week? Is it a past failure you keep replaying? Take a deep breath. Acknowledge the feeling, and then consciously make a choice. Say to yourself, this is outside of my control. I'll focus on my actions and my response. I choose to let this go. Visualize that rock dropping from your backpack. Feel the lightness. This is not a one-time fix. It is a daily practice, a moment-by-moment choice. It's the practice of a lifetime. But with each small act of letting go, you become stronger, calmer, and more free. You start to realize that peace was never about controlling the world around you. It was always about controlling the world within you. When you truly understand that peace comes from letting go, everything, absolutely everything, changes. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more insights into living a more peaceful and meaningful life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What is one thing you are choosing to let go of today? Take care and be well.